Hello, and welcome to our 5th grade overview of Earth systems. Earth's major systems are the geosphere, solid and molten rock, soil, and sediments, the hydrosphere, water and ice, the atmosphere, air, and the biosphere, living things including humans. These systems interact in multiple ways to affect Earth's surface materials and processes. The ocean supports a variety of ecosystems and organisms, shapes landforms, and influences climate. Winds and clouds in the atmosphere interact with the landforms to determine patterns of weather. Rainfall helps shape the land and affects the types of living things found in a region. Water, ice, wind, living organisms, and gravity break rocks, soils, and sediments into smaller particles and move them around. Human activities affect Earth systems and their interactions at its surface. In this unit, students are investigating how and why the Earth is constantly changing, and will describe through the development of a model ways the geosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere interact together. The first performance expectation has students developing a model to explain the interaction between Earth's systems. A system is a group of related parts that make up a whole and can carry out functions its individual parts cannot. Student models should describe a system in terms of its components and their interactions. The first system students examine in Lessons 1 and 2 is the geosphere. At the conclusion of Lesson 1, students are asked to develop a model, in this case a flowchart, to explain the interactions within the geosphere. This model should include parts of the geosphere and illustrate how materials in the mantle flow. In How Can You Make a Model of Material Found in the Earth, Lesson 2, students examine a physical model and explore how pressure can affect the properties of molten rock within the mantle. In Lessons 1 and 2, students were introduced to convection currents and their influence within the geosphere. Lesson 3 continues to allow students to investigate how convection currents work, but shifts the focus away from the geosphere to the hydrosphere and atmosphere. In How Can You Make Convection Currents, Lesson 4, students observe the horizontal motion of convection currents through a fluid to understand how convection currents move tectonic plates. In this activity, students are asked to describe how convection currents impact the movement of these plates. Convection currents allow for the flow of energy within a system, so this activity also provides a view into how convection currents interact within the hydrosphere and atmosphere. Discussion should also explore how this model of convection currents can explain events in the geosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. In Earth's Water, Lesson 5, students create a model to describe the distribution of water on Earth. The data collected from this activity will be used in Lesson 6, where students will be asked to graph the distribution of water in various reservoirs. Lesson 6 also has students create a model to show how water cycles within the hydrosphere. The final performance expectation of this unit has students obtain and combine information about the ways individual communities use science ideas to protect Earth's resources and the environment. The text in Lesson 7 provides students a view into how humans interact with the 4 major Earth systems and how we might use science and engineering to minimize our impact. In How Can Paper Be Recycled, Lesson 8, students are experiencing one type of way that science has been used to protect Earth's resources. The materials for this unit have been included with your material kit and are outlined here on this slide. As you are planning the activities for this unit, please feel free to contact us with any questions, to request support, or share any ideas.